Hi, we're here with the World War I special
on Channel 7. We're talking about the main causes of World War I. When we say Maine, we really mean Maine. M-A-I-N.
M stands for militarism, A stands for alliances, I stands for imperialism, and N stands for nationalism.
Here's Ollie Williams with the weather.
It's raining sideways!
Thanks, Ollie.
Now, when we come back, we're going to be talking about what each of those causes means.
New from Hasbro, the Extreme Deluxe Stick! The Extreme Stick does everything! You can even annoy people with it!
You're annoying me.
You can even fly! So buy the new stick now!
Now we're back. Militarism is when countries compete against each other to build up their militaries to be bigger than each other.
Alliances are when two or more countries join up to fight against a common enemy.
Imperialism is when a country takes over another country to colonize it.
Nationalism is when people have pride in their country.
Now we go live to Avery in the trenches.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in Cantony, France, on the site of the first U.S. offensive battle of World War I. 199 Allies were killed here, and it was actually the first Allied victory of World War I. Now, we fought alongside France, and we would fire at the Germans, and Wait, are we having issues? Okay, come on, guys, let's go!
Colonel, go take the sniper position.
Roger, Bullard. German.
And we now go to Nate with Life on the Home Front, brought to you by Homefront.
Life on the home front was much different for most Americans. For one thing, before the war there was the Civil Service Act, which started up the draft. Once people were drafted to be into the war because there weren't that many volunteers, they had to do a lot of rationing. Rationing is when you conserve food so that you can give some to the soldiers. One way they did this was by having meatless Mondays and wheatless Wednesdays where they wouldn't eat that food on that day to conserve. Another way they would conserve food is by growing victory gardens, which were homegrown gardens where they would grow vegetables. This way they wouldn't have to buy as much and they could send over more food to the soldiers. Another way they helped the war cause was by buying Liberty Bonds. A Liberty Bond was where you bought a piece of paper showing that you had bought it. You would give them money, the government, and then the government would pay you back your money plus interest out after a certain number of years. This would help by giving the government money now for the war, but then they would have to pay you back later. We now go to Matt with the reasons why the U.S. joined the war.
Thanks, Nate. Now, two reasons the U.S. joined the war was the sinking of the Lusitania and the Zimmerman Note. The Zimmerman Note was a telegram sent to Mexico from Germany. They wanted to ally with Mexico against the U.S. The sinking of the Lusitania was an event that involved a ship on its way to Great Britain called the Lusitania. The ship was sunk by German U-boats because they suspected it was carrying war supplies. The Lusitania was carrying over 100 U.S. civilians that lost their lives during the sinking. This angered the U.S. greatly. Coming up next, we'll be talking to Tyler about the results of World War I.
When the U.S. and their allies won World War I, they teamed up to make the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles said that Germany would have to take complete blame for the war and that they have to pay back for all the damages they caused because of the war. Today, the day that World War I was won, is now remembered as Veterans Day. Thank you for watching, and that concludes our World War I special.
We're here with the World War I special.
I stands for Imperial. And now we're going to talk about M.
Go.
The I stands for Imperial.
Go.
Imperialism. Bob Saget. Bob Saget.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Carnegie Friends. I screwed up already. Carnegie Friends. It's Cantonese France. Go. Go.
Colonel, go to
Action.
Colonel, go take the.
Action.
Colonel, go take the sniper.
Go.
Alliances are when.
Alright, dude. Alright, come on.
It's not that tough.
Come on.
This treaty was saying that U.S. should have to take complete blame for the war and that they have to pay back all the money and damage.
Germany would have to take
What did I say?
You said the U.S. would have to take complete blame for the war. Okay, start again.
It's all our faults.